everyone. Welcome back to Cooking with Brenda and David. We now have Sadie. Tonight, we were looking through a tin that David has, some recipes that were his mother's. And I come across one that's real easy, and it's something that David's mother used to make for them when they were growing up. It's easy, it's similar to something that I make, but I don't put all this in it. And so here's dinner for tonight anyway. I hope you enjoy this video.
What's it called?
It's called, I don't know, what is it called?
I don't know, you read the thing. Is it macaroni something other?
I forgot. It's macaroni and tomatoes and sausage. Let me just wash again, okay? Listen, it's macaroni and tomatoes and sausage. But yeah, I need to fry the sausage first, and that's what I'm going to do. And I guess I can cook the macaroni at the same time. Ooh, that's hot, dear. Hot. Real hot. I didn't handle anything, but I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm going to use this pot to do this hamburger in. I don't like to get this in my rings and stuff, but I'm just going to break it up a little bit. And this is not hamburger, it's sausage. It's Bob Evans, in my opinion, is the best. It's the best sausage I've ever ate. That's in my opinion.
I don't know what kind we used.
Well, or
what Mom used, probably.
Smith Food probably feels like that's the cheapest one.
Yeah.
That's what we bought, the cheapest of everything.
Well, I probably haven't had this probably since the 70s.
There was how many? 4 of y'all, and then the others that your mom raised?
Yeah, there was 4 others, and
there were 7.
That was probably at least 4 more at least hanging around all the time.
Yeah, that's the way same was with us. There was 5 or 7 kids, one in the institution because he was crippled, Mommy and Daddy, and then every other stray that come in. There was some of Mommy's brothers, some of Daddy's brothers, or Mommy's brother and sister, and some of Daddy's brothers, nieces, nephews, just anybody that wanted to come and join us. We always made out. I got a roast cooking for tomorrow's dinner. It's pork roast.
That's for tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I might add no vegetables to it. I'm going to fry this sausage.
You just broke it up?
Yeah, I just broke it up some.
Alright.
I always just use one of the ones. Egg spatulas. I call it an egg turner, really. Somebody said something to me one day. It's really funny. I never thought about it. They were, what are these?
Huh?
What's those?
What's what? Ants?
No, not ants. What is this right here?
Stove eye.
Okay. I called it a stove eye one day, and somebody said they'd never heard it called a stove eye.
Really? What are we supposed to call it?
I don't know. The burner.
The burner?
The burner.
We just call it a stove eye.
That's what somebody told us one time. I said, makes sense. I guess it is modern day, but we're hillbillies, so it's a stove eye. There's 4 of them.
I ain't never heard of it called a burner.
This is David's skillet. Oh, look what he bought me. They're so cute. They're so cute. He got them at Walmart, but there's only one has a handle. It's a 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup. Oh, come on.
I
don't want to drop them.
Put them over here.
1/2 cup and 1 cup. They're so cute. They're measuring cups. Yay! There should be 3/4 of a cup, which is used a lot too.
So they got the markings inside of them.
Yes.
That's handy.
Yep.
Well, that'll speed you up just a little bit, I guess, sometimes, maybe.
I don't know if it will or not. I'll probably still use the plastic ones, but they're cute. I like them.
Yeah, if we ever get a kitchen remodel someday, we'll put them up fancy or something.
I think we just need to give this to house hunters and see what they can do.
They can't do anything with it.
Somebody win us something from house hunters, okay? We need their help so bad.
We'll get it eventually. Just takes time.
Yeah, this is Bob Evans sausage, and I've eaten a lot of sausage, but I'm going to tell you what. The first time I ate this Bob Evans, I'm like, oh my goodness, that is the best. And sometimes I make a pizza homemade, and I try to find this sausage to put on it, if you like sausage on it. Sometimes I'll put sausage or hamburger, whatever I got, but no sausage is good, but Bob Evans is better. That's in my opinion. I've been watching this show at night, and it's a lawyer show. And there's one judge on there, she wants the lawyers to say, in my opinion, either before they make the statement or after they make the statement. It's called The Good Wife. They have it on real late at night, but it don't matter. I can't sleep anyway. Except for the last couple of days I've been sleeping a lot. For some reason, I don't know what does it. I don't know.
So what are you trying to say? In my opinion, that's good sausage?
In my opinion, for sure, this is the best sausage.
Oh,
In
right.
my opinion, this is the best. And it costs more than any of them too. I can only get it when I can find it on sale or whatever.
Well, this is probably the first time in years
Look,
since
you
we
don't
had
hardly
any.
see no grease. Very little grease.
Well, this is the way Mom used to make it, I guess.
But why is it sticking to my pot?
Maybe got the heat too high.
No, it's down on medium.
You have to turn the stove eye down.
I did. I said I don't think so, but I'll turn it down a little bit.
The numbers is wore off of that thing. You can't tell which one's which on it.
I just know. I'm going to order some. Can't put that green cleaner on it.
Yeah, it's been a good stove,
What you
but
have
it's
to
wore out.
do, what you have to do is pull them off
Hey, what are you
and
doing?
clean all that and clean these with soap and water. If I'll scratch them, we'll get some new ones. I know how it goes back on.
Well,
David.
take it down to the garage and I'll paint some new ones on it.
He paints them on it, huh? Yeah, you gotta be careful because there's not enough grease in it to keep it from burning. And that's the truth. I can see why it costs so much. You ain't got nothing to drain out. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I don't know when this come along, but on the package it said, what was it, 50 or 60 years in the makings, the company, Bob Evans?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but he's got the recipe down pat, I'm going to tell you guys.
Old Jimmy Dean's good.
Well, Jimmy Dean's good too. I like Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean and those and Bob Evans, I won't buy anything other than those three.
My dad claimed he knew Jimmy Dean. I don't remember.
That didn't make his sausage better than Bob Evans.
I don't know the story, but he somehow know he said he knew him.
Well, Mom,
Anyway, I have to check into that.
you can talk to your mom later, David, and tell her, which I'm sure she's watching over us, and she sees me cooking a meal that she cooked for her family. It's a one-pot meal. You have to really watch this because it don't have grease in it. I didn't really know that part. It's got little to none.
Maybe it makes it healthier.
I know, really. That's what's so unhealthy about it.
It smells good. I bet that'd be good in some gravy.
I bet you it is too. Maybe we'll take some out because we're not going to need all this. What we're doing, we're making macaroni and tomatoes and sausage. And that's a meal that she made for her kids. We was looking through this tin and we come across it, and David said, boy, I'd like to have some of that. My mom used to make that for us all the time. So I said, well, it's easy enough. We got everything. Let's do it.
As on the rare occasions we didn't have beans. She's got a lot of good recipes in that tin. You'll have
I'm
to.
going to be making some more of them,
You'll
too.
have to review them. Some of them goes back to her grandmother, and
By the way, I've been on the phone a lot with my mother, too. And going back in time, to me, I think when you have a parent that's getting old, and I can see sometimes she forgets a little bit, and it's good to make them go back in time. So I've been talking to my mother about recipes, and this, in my opinion, you don't have to do this, but I've been talking to my mother about recipes with her mother and her grandmother. My great-grandmother, which is my mother's, one of my mother's grandmothers, I was around a whole lot, and there's some things that she made, and I've got the recipes for them.
That's good. You got them wrote down?
I got them wrote down. I sure do.
So stuff goes all the way back to your great-grandmother.
Yeah, but just making my mother think was the thing that meant the most to me, was to make her think back and take her back some, you know, and some good memories.
Right.
And so this one was her daddy's sister. No, I'd make them up or not. It was my mother's great-grandmother. Her name was Ma. That wasn't a real name. You know, when you call somebody Grandma and Grandpa, my mom called them Ma and Pa. So Ma, I don't remember Pa, but just very little bit, but I remember Ma really well and some of the stuff she used to do. And I've also wrote it down where my mom's given me the recipes, and I've looked them up on YouTube, and it's practically the same, but not completely. So there are some of them out there. There's 2 or 3 different custard pies and things like that. You'll see. I like to do these kind of things that come from my family and my history, and I want to do the same for David's family and the history of his family.
If we ever get a trip to go see Arnita, she's got a lot of recipes.
She's got them, and she's saving them for me.
Yeah. She's 93 now? I think 94, 93.
Anything I cook will be in my judgment, whether I think it's something that we want to put on the show or not. If it's something that's brand new, it's not, to me, we're Appalachian, and, you know, mostly.
Her grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee on my mom's side.
I don't think this is right. I'm not sure, but my dad said no. My mother wasn't Cherokee. What did he tell me the other day that she was?
I think he said y'all was Apache. That probably explains why y'all so mean.
I can't help it. If you'd behave yourself, you wouldn't get in trouble, big boy.
Us Cherokees are more civilized and nice.
Nice?
Yeah.
Hey, look, you gotta live with somebody to really know him. He ain't nice.
Yeah, I am.
No, you ain't.
You ain't.
It's a lie. If I say you are, I'm lying. No, he's alright. I guess he's pretty good. I'm gonna keep him anyway. I have to put him in line sometime, but I'm gonna keep him. He makes me mad and then he runs. That's what he does. He runs down to his garage because he knows. Watch your frying pans. Look, I keep this old heavy thing on the stove all the time. He don't have to worry. I can hardly pick it up. I'm not sure what it is.
Why do you keep that thing over for anyway?
I don't know. What's it for?
It's an old skillet.
What can you fry in that? It's almost flat. A pancake?
Yeah.
Hoe cakes?
Yeah.
Hoe cake is a bread. It's a fried bread.
That thing's 100 years old.
I don't know what this is. The back side, which is deeper than the front, and it's got Wagner, A-R-E, Sydney. The W's made kind of weird on there. I don't know if this is somebody special that made it or what, but I just leave it sitting on there. It ain't hurting it. If I need to, I'll move it.
Well, I think what we was going to do, I got some of that stuff out, and I got them old antique skillets and stuff, and I thought we might try to do a cook show on the wood stove. And spring is done sprung, but we got a little fire tonight because it's chilly out.
Now this is done, and I double dog dare you to come and take a bite out of it.
Why?
Because I'm if you do.
Oh.
You're bad about putting your fingers down on my food, and I'm not sure if you cleaned it. Go ahead, I dare you.
I ain't going to.
I wouldn't either if I was you, because even if it's not sharp, it's hot.
All right.
I'm keeping him in line tonight, everybody.
There's a stink bug flying around in here.
You better not let it get in your supper.
I don't know, but I'll eat it if it gets pretty gross.
And guess what? Your stinky likes you. It's on you.
All right.
You want to throw it outside?
I get it.
Still yet. Ugh. You know what? Look, I am not. Well, there's a little bit out there now, David.
Did it cook down?
Yeah, it cooked down. It's ready. Taste one. That was just for the show of double dog dare you to.
Here, just dump it in my hand.
Got a little grease coming out of it now.
That is good.
Ain't that the best?
Mm-hmm.
I could stay here and eat every bit without putting it in anything.
Don't do that.
Oh, have you got it on?
Yeah.
Well, daggone, you and the other one's going to eat it. Don't matter. I'm still going to just drain what's in there out. There's a little bit. So, we get the strainer.
We may not make it to the noodle parts of it, as good as it is.
I tasted it. It is good, real good. I can't hardly wait to eat it. I might put about a half a cup of this in the macaroni and eat the rest. That's hot. That's
All right.
pretty hot. Let's get it going.
Now what?
We'll cook the noodles.
So tell us about that.
I'm going to cook the macaroni noodles. I got some water in this pot and I'm going to cook them noodles. It won't take them but a few minutes. And them cups are just so cute.
Do you have to add anything like vinegar or something or anything or?
Yeah, I've already added it. I added some salt to the water, a pinch or two.
Okay, so you put some salt.
It's real hard to get noodles. I could probably do another dash or so. It's just like 1, 2. That's how I imagine. Just boils and get some noodles put in. The eyes on high.
So what do you got in the big pot?
Oh, this is tomorrow's dinner.
What is it called again?
It's just Mr. Bonus pork loin. And I've been cooking it. I cut it up in smaller pieces so it would cook better. Got most of those big
So what would you
fat off
cook
of.
with it? Just.
I'm going to put potatoes, carrots, and mushrooms.
Well, that sounds good.
Yep, it will be good. Very good. Some fresh carrots, fresh mushrooms, and fresh potatoes.
You ain't been able to do any shows. You've been under the weather, but you got
Several to do now.
Yeah, you're getting just a little.
While I've been under the weather, like I said, I've been talking a lot to my mother on the phone.
Yeah.
My mother was sick, and we got sick. She got put in the hospital, and I couldn't go see her.
What's the next thing you got that you're going to put? You just want to maybe film it tonight, or maybe
noodles. Oh, we're gonna make a pie tonight.
Make a pie tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it called?
Maybe I shouldn't say until I get ready to
Okay,
make it.
we'll wait then.
Come on.
One thing we saw in Mom's tin of recipes was that broccoli casserole.
Yeah, there's a broccoli casserole
And,
of hers in there. I'm gonna make hers, I believe, instead of mine. And I'm going to check some more things out. I've seen some really good recipes in there.
Yeah.
And even though they might be something I've already got on there, they're not her style. He was reading something out to me, and I'm like, hold up, that don't sound nothing like that. I have peach cobbler on the show already. Well, I done something one day just experimenting. Instead of putting the peaches, I drained a can of fruit cocktail and put it in there. And it was really good. Well, I told him, I said, I don't know why. I said, I could tell you something. A peach cobbler that is so easy to remember. It's a cup of sugar, a cup of flour, a cup of milk. You can put vanilla in it if you want to, and of course I want to. Put however much you want to in it. And stick of butter. You melt a stick of butter. You mix your sugar, flour, and milk together. Pour it in on top of the butter. Use fresh fruit or canned fruit. I wouldn't use frozen fruit, and I'm going to tell you why. If you use frozen fruit, there's going to be water in your mixture, and I'm not sure that your flour would be like bread like it's supposed to. I don't think I would use frozen fruit. If you do, you're going to have to thaw it and make sure all the liquid's out of it. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. I've never used a frozen, but I've used canned and fresh. But I was telling him, I said, I done that can of, okay, this is now, I don't know how much I'm going to put in here. I'm just going to cook some noodles. It won't be wasted.
That's an old Tupperware.
Oh shoot, this is the first one I ever bought.
Well, that was 100 years ago.
It's really old, but look at the great condition. It's dirty too. Well, it's been sitting up there. I use this thing all the time though, all the time. Them little black ants have done started coming in. We're gonna bomb again for them too. Tired of them little devils already. I'm not gonna deal with.
Well, they won't get in that thing.
Ain't gonna nothing get in. It's still very firm and stuff. Let's see. Do I think I got enough macaroni?
That's a good company though to make that stuff to last that long and everything.
It's got a lifetime warranty. That's why I'm gonna get a hold of an agent and take my cup back. I got another cup in the building and they're gonna replace it. They'll replace it. I just gotta find the
doubt it.
Yes, they will. It's got a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
It really does have lifetime warranty. Oh, come open. Help! You're never supposed to do nothing but cook it on medium heat, so I gotta let that cool down just a minute. I was just trying to get it to boil. Here's what I think this would be like a homemade hamburger helper is what I was thinking this could be. It's got hamburger, noodles, and sausage. But it's not hamburger, but it's sausage. But it could be like...
Where's the hamburger at?
Listen to me. I'm saying this could be like a hamburger helper.
Oh.
Except we're using sausage.
Oh.
Hamburger helper, you would use some sort of noodles probably, and some kind of meat, and some cheese sauce or something, only we're using tomatoes. We gotta get these noodles. If I would put the lid over them, they'll cook pretty quick.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna check a macaroni now and see if it's through. Should be through or just about through. Oh yeah, you put the lid on that and it don't take but 2 or 3 minutes and it's ready. If it ain't done, it'd be... Oh, I can already tell that's ready, so we're going to drain it. I'm not going to turn it off because I'm going to heat the tomatoes up in it. Uh-oh. My drainer's right there. It's a good thing you always got one that goes in. It doesn't go there. It's just so I can hold on.
You want me to do it?
I think I can if I hold that bowl down in there. I don't know. On Tupperware, they change colors all the time. Put a lifetime warranty on it. Mine works just as good as the day I bought them.
Yeah, but back in them days when you bought those, they only had one color.
Well, no, I got... those was the very first ones I ever bought in my early to mid 20s.
Yeah, but you gotta realize
that's 40 years ago.
Yeah, half a century ago.
Or more. Okay, we're gonna put... All I'm gonna do is just add the rest of the product, stir it up. I'm gonna put the tomatoes first. I wish this was a little smaller. I wished I would have cut them up first some. I got me a pair of scissors. It's kitchen scissors. I've already had them a long time, but I finally just decided to put them out. I want to cut them up. Sometimes I use tomatoes.
So this is just
it's stewed tomatoes.
this old stewed tomatoes.
You really don't taste much of nothing in it.
Can you use fresh tomatoes if you wanted to, or?
You can use fresh tomatoes. Well, you'd have to cook down fresh tomatoes. If you have a piece that you want to put in here, though, you could, but it's not going to really cook like these. You could cook them like that.
So if you had some canned tomatoes or something, you could use those, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Those would probably be better. That's probably what Mom used to have, was some canned tomatoes, because they canned a lot of them.
That's what we used growing up. If we didn't get to buy store-bought tomatoes, that was a luxury.
No, I don't think we ever had store-bought.
Can't remember ever having them either.
Tomatoes, mostly it was just all canned.
I just wished I was able to stand over the sink and stuff, and you have to pour boiling water over the tomatoes, and the skins will let go.
I've done it before, a long time ago.
Yeah, they're not hard to do at all. It's just I'm not able.
We had them canned tomatoes all the time. Put them in the beans, put them in everything. Your mama still cans tomatoes, don't she?
No, she's not able. Last year she did do about 60 cans, but she had help. She can sit down and do things, but she can't always.
If she does a mission, maybe we ought to see if we can buy one from her, maybe.
She told me she washed dishes or something the other day. I don't don't need for my mother to can tomatoes for me because I know how to do them. I can do them. I know how, and she's less able than I am with heart disease and stuff. Is that what you're talking about, David? Get her to do them?
I mean, if she does do them, we can get one from her.
Well, if I have enough tomatoes, I'll can one for you. How about that? You can do stovetop methods, what I've done most time anyway. Put some pepper and onion. You can put celery salt instead of pieces of celery.
Now that's smelling pretty daggone good.
You fill up a quart jar of tomatoes. Make sure the rim's good and clean and your lids are good and scalded.
That smell brings back memories. I can remember that smell.
Looks good, don't it? You think you want me to put all of that in there?
It's up to you. You the chef.
The sausage? I didn't put it all in yet.
Well, it's up to you.
I gave him a big bite.
You the boss.
I gave him a big bite in the spoon.
There you go.
And I'm telling you, he's like, I said, you can't get it by tasting one little morsel like that. That's just, I mean, I gave him a good spoonful. Got him a teaspoon out there and gave him a good teaspoonful. And I said, now, is that the best sausage you ever tasted? And it is. I don't know what he does, Bob Evans, or what that company does, but that is the bomb. And if you ever get a chance where you can find it in your grocery store, try it. At least give it a try before you say no. It's probably hot enough. Oh, that's steaming. Yeah, it's good. Looks nice. It's pretty.
Smells good.
So, folks, I'm just going to put some in a bowl so you can see what it looks like in a bowl.
We soon gonna get back to doing plates and stuff like we used to, I guess. And
if I'm
we
gonna,
used to. Now it's just kind of
make a meal.
It's sort of spur of the moment now when you're feeling like it. Most of the time when you don't feel like it.
I want to do one thing for each one. I don't want to do meals.
Yeah.
Because
we might still do one every once in a while.
Green beans, what, 100 times.
Don't matter.
To what we're having.
Still might do one every once in a while.
Yeah. Because somebody might, you know what, I might do like asparagus my way. They've seen it, but they haven't seen me really make it. And the way I do it's really good. See, doesn't that look real pretty in there? I know he's going to eat more than that. Doesn't matter, he can have all he wants. That's pretty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice dish and so easy. Just let him have him a taste. Let's get a super big teaspoon. Might be hot, David.
It's alright.
I'm going to turn my meat off.
So you could just about use that for anything for a meal.
Yep. Feeds a lot of people. That'll feed several kids. You know, there was 4 of them. It's Mom and Dad and 3 or 4 friends all the time. So, Polly,
I think you hit it right on the nail here.
Good job. Good. I'm glad. Well, then I've got good memories of his mom, and that makes me feel good. I've still got my parents, and I can't even think about not having them.
Yep.
And I'm real sentimental, and I feel sorry for anybody that don't have them, you know. And if I can help my husband come back to the days of his mom.
That smell come back real quick. That's exactly the way it used to smell, I remember.
One time I was cooking something and I had the screen down in the door and David was down at the garage. I think, what was I cooking that day?
I don't know,
I think I was cooking stir fry or something, I don't know. But he smelt it all the way down to his garage, and he'd followed his nose, and he'd come up here.
That's true.
And this is true. He's like, "What are you cooking?" And I said, "It's a surprise."
I went into a hypnotic mode,
he
and
really did.
I just came up here and sat down and finished and just waited.
He sat down on the couch and just waited until it was done and watched the TV, just kind of in a daze. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He said, "That just smells really good. Whatever it is, I can't wait." And he come like in a hypnotic daze, like he said. I'm like, okay. And when I handed it to him and he started eating, he's like, "Oh, that is so good." Well, I'm getting a thumbs up, everybody. We'll see you soon. Sooner this time than later, okay?
Yeah, so we're going to probably try to do
another one, yeah. We're going to try to do another one tonight.
We'll try to let you rest for a few minutes and let you rest, and then we'll do another little surprise maybe.
It's an old-fashioned pie.
Okie dokie.
Okay, bye.